Good morning. Last week we were admitted to the hospital because we went in the middle of the night because I assume I lost my mucus plug and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay. And in the end we were admitted because I was having contractions and I threatened preterm labor. The next morning I was released. If you guys want to recap on everything that happened, that was in my last video. But since I've been home, things have been a little difficult because she's felt very low and heavy. I've had contractions on and off throughout the last 6 days, basically. Oh, Jeremy.
Banana.
Bringing me breakfast. I've been pretty bedridden because I don't want to like push myself and get more contractions, end up back in the hospital and whatnot. But she's also felt really low. There was one day in particular where I literally thought she was just gonna like fall out because she was so low and so heavy. And I'm wondering if I'm dilating. When I had left the hospital, I hadn't dilated yet in the 12 hours that I was there. That's why they sent me home. But I'm wondering over the last week-ish if maybe I have dilated because of the feelings that I've been having. So obviously just a lot of questions, just a lot of uncertainty. It's been a really, really stressful week, both on me and on Jeremy. Jeremy has to pick up a lot of my slack, I guess, because I can't really do much. Like you've seen, he's doing the cooking and feeding me and the cleaning, and he also works a ton. So it's just been a really stressful week. Yesterday we had our midwife appointment and I was so excited to finally get some answers. And then right before we were gonna leave, I got a text saying that we had to reschedule because there was a birth, which obviously takes priority. Thankfully, we got one this morning. So we're going for that. We're gonna check where the baby is, if the head's engaged. We're gonna check my cervix, all that stuff, the fun stuff. Hopefully, because it's my midwife, she'll be like a little bit more gentle with me because the hospital kind of traumatized me a little with the cervical exams. I'll show you my belly. This is my 29-week bump. But my theory is that her head is like really, really low. I have like a big bulge here coming out that's like super rock hard. I think that's her shoulder, back, and butt. And then her feet, I think, go over this way. Usually around my mid-belly, like a little bit further out than my belly button. My only question is, how low down is she? And also, like, how long do I have to stay on bed rest? And actually, I have my questions written down somewhere, but I don't have my phone with me, which is not a good idea because I'm working right now and I need my phone to answer calls. Anyways, we'll see how the midwife appointment goes, and we'll see how Rosie is doing in about an hour. It is now Thursday. My appointment ended up getting canceled last minute, like right after I stopped filming. I got a call saying it had been rescheduled. Originally, my appointment was on Monday. I had the threatened preterm labor the Tuesday night before that. So it was almost like a week. So my appointment was on the Monday. It got rescheduled because there was a birth to the next day, so till Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, I got another call saying that there was another birth. So I had to be rescheduled. Then it got rescheduled for Wednesday. But then on Tuesday night, my midwife texted me and said that the secretary didn't check her schedule properly. And she's actually not available on Wednesday because she had other people booked already for that time. So then it got rescheduled to Friday. And then on Wednesday night, I ended up getting a text saying that Friday wasn't gonna work in the end. And now it's today, which is Thursday at 11. And so it's been very complicated to get this appointment. Obviously, it sucks that we have to be rescheduled so many times. But at the same time, when we go into labor, we know that we're gonna have our midwife with us, and there is a trust there and like a bond that is really important to me compared to like one that I'd have with a doctor. If I were to go with a doctor, like the typical hospital birth, there's only 1 in 7 chances that that doctor is the one who's going to deliver the baby. Obviously, there's trade-offs, you know, like, yes, my appointments might get rescheduled. This week happened like way more than usual, but at least I know who's going to be delivering the baby, and there's that trust that's been built over 1 hour to 2 hour appointments each time. So how am I feeling? I'm feeling nervous. I think that I spent the last over a week, like 8 or 9 days, just worrying about everything. I'm even at the point of worrying about like finding the heartbeat, even though I can feel her kicking. I'm worried about if I've dilated. I'm worried about if she's engaged or not. What does that mean? I actually ended up calling the hospital the other day and they told me that she was engaged. And that's why I probably have so much pressure down there and why it's just like so uncomfortable to do anything. But I have been told that I should still be resting a lot, maybe do a little bit of movement throughout the day. like get up and walk, you know. I try to do some dishes once in a while. Like I do 5 minutes of dishes and then I take a break. But especially because we want to not risk having another threatened preterm labor experience, my midwife also told me like just chill until the appointment comes, just so that we don't end up having to like rush to the hospital again. It's been a hell of a week and a half. I'm like up to here, can't take it anymore. Last night we celebrated Rosie's 29 weeks. This is my pre-midwife appointment fuel, a yogurt bowl with bananas and chocolate granola.
I don't have anything to say.
Are you not that I'm filming?
No, little.
You are not that I'm filming this?
No, I don't know that you're filming in general.
You're not that I'm filming you right now?
It's me. Oh. Look at me, I'm a mess.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll take that off.
Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, the cat's going crazy.
Ah! I am at IKEA and I'm using my phone. Hopefully everyone can hear me because I'm just so discouraged because my appointment got canceled again. So I went from being Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Friday then to Thursday, now back to Friday. And I'm just so discouraged. Jeremy's picking up some stuff that I needed for the blessing way and we're gonna grab some hot dogs, but I am very just discouraged, I guess. We just got an appointment last minute. We were about to drive back and they called and said another midwife is available to see me. Ah!
Amazing. I think I might as well eat here. Eat.
Wait, give me his.
You taking pictures?
Not the video.
Here is Jeremy Wilson-Bouchard, currently interviewing Trista Blay on her current state of affairs. Trista, how do you feel right now?
I feel actually pretty reassured because we finally saw the midwives and I think I'm just dehydrated and I think that's what's been causing the contractions because how long should I talk?
Just say what you gotta say, my lovely interviewee.
Because the day that I went in the hospital last time, we were walking a lot, nobody had enough water, and since then I've just been in bed sleeping, so I haven't been drinking much water, so I think that didn't help things. And that's why my tummy's so tight and all my tests came back normal, so I think I'm just dehydrated.
And knowing the fact that you are dehydrated, does that relieve you? Does that make you feel like maybe there's something else? Do you feel concrete that this seems to be the core of the problem?
Yeah, I feel pretty concrete about that. There's no other reason. It doesn't make sense. I just want to drink a lot of chicken broth and water, mostly chicken broth, and maybe some oxtail broth if that's legal while pregnant.
And apparently, that was quite a thing. And apparently we heard through the pine trees that that a certain lover boy is going to be making you delicious broth when we get home.
Oh yes, because I might still be on bed rest, but I don't think so.
Well, this interviewer thinks that you should stay on bed rest for a little bit.
Okay, maybe for like a few days until I feel better.
Yes, until you feel an actual difference.
Yeah, today my belly feels a lot less tight than usual, so that's good. So if I hydrate well for 2-3 days, I think I'll be a-okay. And they also told me that as of 32 weeks, the chances of going into preterm labor decrease a lot, so it's only 3 more weeks, baby.
That's pretty good. As the father of this child, I think that we're going to easily make it to the threshold of, how long was it? 6? Until the point where the midwives are going to take us.
So if we want to give birth at the birth center, we have to make it to 36 weeks. So yes, 7 weeks. And I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Awesome. Now I'm going to pass the mic to Rosie. Give it up for Rosie.
Come on, Rosie, give us a kick.
Rosie, it's your time to shine, Rosie. Hello. Oh man, she's going hard. She's talking a lot.
But also, I wanted to talk about something.
You
Because I'm so dehydrated. I know, but I'm a little tangled up right now. Because I'm so dehydrated. They couldn't find a vein that they could prick properly, so they pricked me 3 times. And then they were like, you know what? Either we go in your hand or we go in the vein in your wrist. And I was like, do the wrist, I guess. And apparently that's like the last option. And I did it, and it stung, but it was not bad. And they said apparently it's really painful for a lot of people, and that I handled it really well. And I was like, thank you, because I just had a breakdown, and I was like crying so much. I was like, I feel like I'm a bad mom. Why didn't I hydrate myself?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I would know. I was there.
Is that it? Look, I did this, then you did this, and then it was like, goodbye. Goodbye, see you guys soon. I'm going a little stir crazy, as you can tell. So we are now Thursday, September 4th, which means that I have been back from the hospital for like 3.5 days. Basically what happened after the last clip is that they finished monitoring my stomach. In the 30 minutes, nothing really happened. There was no contractions or anything. As they removed the belt, however, I had a contraction, but nothing too big, nothing regular. So they said that was fine. Once the doctor finally came to see me, which took many, many hours, she just did an internal ultrasound to make sure that I hadn't dilated or effaced. Neither of those things had occurred. My cervix was still over 50 millimeters long, and usually they like to see it over 35, so mine was like more than enough. So basically I got cleared to go back to all regular activity. I don't have to be on bed rest, and the general consensus was that all of this stuff had been happening, the contractions, the tightness of my belly and whatnot, because I had been very dehydrated. Looking back, the day that we were at Upper Canada Village, everyone was so thirsty. No one was really drinking much water. That's when the contractions had started. And then when I got back from the hospital 2 weeks ago, I was just like resting the whole time, so I didn't really drink water. I was just sleeping, and I had no like thirst cue since I wasn't doing anything. Now that I've been back for a few days, I have been drinking 2 to 3 liters of water per day. The tightening in my stomach has gone away, so my stomach has gotten a little bit softer, which is nice. A lot more comfortable. I'm sleeping a lot more comfortable. I haven't had any contractions since I left the hospital the last time, so that's good. And so yeah, all of this that was just caused from dehydration. So if you're in your 3rd trimester, make sure that you're drinking enough water, because if not, it can be hell. So after 2 weeks of stress and worrying about preterm labor and going into labor early, and if my cervix was dilated and if I was effaced and all that stuff, I'm okay, and I just need to drink water. So here we go. 3rd trimester, we have about a little less than 2.5 months left, and then it's my due date. So that wraps up the video for today. I'll be back on Friday with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts below if you have any questions, all that stuff. I will see you on Friday. Bye everyone.